Hello guys, super up close and personal, but I look bald without eyebrows right now. I don't have them filled in. And as you can see, I need to fill them in and clean them up a little bit. That's what we're gonna do right now. Hey guys, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys my brow routine and how I dye my eyebrows because as you can tell, my eyebrows are pretty light because I'm more on the fair side. So I dye them because it's easier for me to fill my brows in, like so much easier. It saves me so much time and I just wake up and they're kind of basically done. And if I want to fill them in a little bit, I can, or add some brow gel, but it's a lifesaver and it literally, like once you get a hang of it, it takes you like no more than 10 minutes to do it. So I'm gonna show you guys everything you're gonna need in the next clip. So I'm gonna show you guys what you're gonna need for this video. Super, super cheap. Babe, how much was this Just for Men's that you bought me? This was 11 bucks. I had to buy a new one because I left my other one at my mom's house because I dyed her eyebrows. So Christian ran today to the store to get me one. So this is what you're gonna need, but I'm gonna show you everything right now. So you are going to need the Just for Men Mustache and Beard Kit in whatever color you want for your brows. I do medium brown because I think that's what looks best for my brows. And then you're gonna need some Q-tips, you're gonna need some cotton pads, a spoolie, some tweezers and scissors, and also Aquaphor, and I'll explain why later. So first things first, if you want, you can go ahead and just clean up your brows, get them nice and like ready to be dyed before we open this bad boy up and do, you know, everything that's good to do in there. So I'm gonna clean up my brows. And I don't like to pluck too much because I like the bushier effect on my brow. So I don't pluck too much, just a little bit. Okay, I didn't really need to pluck anything on the other brow, but before you do it, make sure that you clean up your brows and stuff like that. And the scissor is for, obviously, if you do this, I always brush my hairs up, and if they're like really, really long, I'll go ahead and cut them a little. So let me actually use a mirror for this. Just brush it up with the spoolie. You see like how many sparse areas I have, and it's just like, there is hair there, but it's just so light, like you could barely see it, you see? So the tinting just helps a lot. So if I have like a longer hair, I'll just go ahead and cut it like this one right here. And it just looks so much better. So that's why I included the scissor in, okay, sorry. So that's why I included the scissor on there, but it just depends on how you like to clean up your brows. So first things first is you are going to want to open your Just for Men. The beard dye is gonna last you probably like 2 weeks. I obviously do makeup a lot and I'm constantly brushing my makeup off and all that stuff. So sometimes for me it's less, but like it takes me 2 seconds to reapply this, so it doesn't really, oops, I just moved you guys. So yeah, it doesn't really bother me, but for someone who like barely puts on any makeup and doesn't have to wipe anything off, this is great. But again, like I mentioned, you can also reapply really quickly. So I'm gonna show you guys everything it comes with. So once you open the box, it comes with instructions. Throw it out, you don't need it. It's gonna come with this little tray where you're gonna put all your ingredients, I guess. And then it's going to come with 2 of these. So one is the color base and one is the developer. All right, so one of them is the developer and one of them is the color base. You're gonna need these. And then most importantly, it comes with, well, second most important, it comes with like this little brush so you guys can mix in the dye and save this because obviously this is gonna be good for, I don't know how many brow dyes, maybe like 150 because you barely need any product. So this is gonna last you a really long time, so save the brush. And the most important things it comes with is a glove. So last time I was like, nah, I already know how to do this. I'm good. I don't need a glove. I'm fine. Safe to say, it comes with 2 gloves, which is good. Safe to say that I fucked up my makeup counter. I put dye on it because I'm an idiot. And I also, by accident, I dyed my freshly painted nails. I had just gotten them done that day and I fucked them up. So don't do what I did and just wear the gloves because it's very, very important. Just for safety. First things first, I'm gonna take off the gloves because I can't do this with gloves, sorry. We missed a step. So you're gonna go ahead and get Aquaphor. This is really weird, but it helps to not get the dye under your brow or over here on the top because you just don't want like a mess of dye all over your face. So this is why I had brought 4 Q-tips, just to, you can't have, you know, too many. So get the Q-tip, get a little bit of Aquaphor. I'll show you guys. So I get a little bit of Aquaphor and I just go in there, get a little bit, you know, okay. So I'm gonna get up close and personal and show you guys what I do. So you're gonna wanna put a little bit of Aquaphor right on the bottom of your eyebrow. Like right here. And then you're gonna do the same thing on top. Right on the top. And I put on makeup for I don't know what because the Aquaphor is gonna remove it. But that's okay, we'll reapply later. You wanna just put Aquaphor right up there. Don't put it super close to your eyebrows because if it gets on your eyebrows, the dye is not gonna stick. So. Okay. So that's the first step. Then you can go ahead and put on your gloves. Okay, time for the fun part. Another thing I didn't tell you guys to bring, but you want to go ahead and get it now, is any little brush. I'll show you what I use. Honestly, any detailed small brush, just because we'll go over the dye in like areas that it missed and just go over it, but I'll show you guys when we get to that part. So, fun part. You're gonna go ahead and get the developer, sorry, the color base. And this is what your tray is for. You're gonna add a little bit of the color base to the tray. Not too much. The first time I did so much and I was like, oh, I wasted so much product. If you need more, you can always go back and put more, but just don't overdo it. This is hard to do, sorry guys, with the gloves. And then you're gonna go ahead with the color base. Thank God we have gloves this time. And go ahead with the color base. Just put it right here. Same amount, roughly same amount, yeah. All right, that looks pretty much the same. Okay. You're gonna get the little brush it came with and you're gonna go ahead and mix them together. It's gonna make like a paste. Oh damn, you know what? I actually didn't use enough this time because the brush soaked it all in. The product gets stuck in the bristles of the brush, so I would just mix it either with a Q-tip or just an extra brush laying around that you don't use, because then it won't literally take in all the product. So as you can see, you just want to mix it, get everything mixed together, literally everything. I can even use this brush to apply, but I'm just gonna use a Q-tip. So it should look like that. Go in with a Q-tip. You can also use a brush, but I do like the first layer with a Q-tip. And you're gonna get some product, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and apply it on our brows. This is exciting. Okay, ready? All right, and you wanna put a good even layer. Okay. Without putting so much product in. I always overdo it. I don't know why I do that. All right, so the first step is just to make sure you just get your brows covered in it, and then we can perfect it later. So then do the same thing with the other side. Now what I wanna do is with a Q-tip, if you have any like imperfections and you want to make sure that the like you have like no dye running through the bottom, you can just go like that with a Q-tip, which is exactly what I just did. And then you can go in with a more detailed brush like this one, pick up a little bit more dye, and you can kind of be a little bit more precise. You can go ahead and add in more dye to like the areas where you have more like sparse, like your more sparser areas. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And then we're gonna set a timer now for like, I think it's 5 minutes. All right guys, so 5 minutes or longer, depending what you wanna do. And I just realized what I did wrong. I did something wrong. So of course, as you can see, the dye got within the bristles, and that's why I needed to add more dye. But it's because you have to use this side, which I just saw in my other video, that's how I did it. I feel like I just forgot how to dye my eyebrows, even though I've done it already a couple times. So you get this side of the brush and you mix it. And then this side is obviously for men because this is a beard dye to get this part and brush their beard with. So that's what I did wrong. So you don't have to use a Q-tip or a brush or whatever. You can just mix it with the back of this brush. And if you lose this brush, you can just use just any detailed brush to mix it. It's not that big of a deal. But just FYI, because I realized my mistake and I wanted to tell you guys so it doesn't happen to you guys. Kind of looking already dark, as you can see. See that? And then you just want to go in, and then if there's anything that you want to fix, or if there's any just dye leaking, you can clean it. Don't be scared. When I first did this, I did it with my friend Caro, and we were like super petrified, like we didn't know what we were doing. I was super scared, and honestly, when we finished, I was like, that was really easy. I don't know what we were scared about. So don't be scared when you do it. It's okay. And for the most part, majority of the time when you wipe it off, you're probably like, oh wait, I would have wanted it darker than this. So don't stress. But I think I'm gonna take mine off already. So this is where the cotton pads come in handy. So you just need to wet a cotton pad with some water, and you can go ahead and remove the dye. So really easy. Just go ahead and remove it. See, my brows are still intact, nothing fell off. I know we get scared. I got super scared when I did this, guys, so don't fear. Just be careful. I took off the gloves, so just be careful with the dye and your nails, especially if you just got them done or something. Like, don't do what I did the first time. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna brush them out, see where we're at, see if I wanna add anything else to them, if I wanna add some more dye. And as you can see, I still have so much product left. I don't know why I always do this. I always put so much. I mean, I still have a lot of like product in here, a lot, but still, it's annoying. So I obviously know this isn't gonna make my hair grow or anything, so I can't expect the areas that I need some fill. Like like if this was someone with like a ton of brows, lots of hair, this would be like heaven sent. All I have to do is dye, they don't even have to fill it. But me, I need to dye and fill my brows because my brows need it, because I don't have a lot of brow hair. I've never had like very bushy brows, so that's the tea. But maybe I could start putting like some tea tree oil or something to help it grow. All right guys, so as you can tell already, my brows are so much darker. Like, can we like roll a previous clip to what my brows look like before this? Because they were like not this dark at all. So this for me is like a win. It just feels so much better if I have to run out or do errands. I can just like put some brow gel on them and they're good. And like it makes them look fuller because we're very into like the bushy full brow right now. So I'm like so happy and like so impressed with how they came out. I think this is like my favorite like time that I've ever done them, like how they came out. I really like it. From afar, like she has brows. Like what? They were just so much lighter before this. So now I go in with my Precisely My Brow from Benefit. I use the shade number 3 and I'm gonna quickly fill them in like just, which this is gonna take me like 2 seconds because it's literally just the area where I'm actually like missing legit hair, that I actually don't have hair. So I'll show you guys what that looks like in like a really fast forwarded version. All right, like what? Look how like, and natural, like I barely just filled in my eyebrows. Like what? Brows make to me like the biggest difference. I feel like I feel bald when I don't have my eyebrows done. Like, and this is like without concealer, like shaping them up, nothing. We can actually go ahead and why not, you know? We can go ahead and set them really quick. I always use the 24-hour brow setter. I love this brow setter, and once your like brows are literally tinted, like you don't even have to fill them in. Me, because I know that I have some like bald patches on my brows because they just never grew ever in those areas. I like to fill them in, but like you don't have to. It's just a preference. You could literally just dye them, slap on some brow gel so they stay in place all day, and like, look at that. I also love this brow gel. My brows will not move at all, like all day. They will not move. I always first flatten it and then I just brush them up. That is it, you guys. So I literally love it. Like my brows look 10 times better. Like it looks like I just spent my usual 15 minutes filling them in, and that's it. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and they're gonna be dyed like this, and if I want to fill in like the little areas I like to fill in, I can fill them in. If I don't feel like it and I'm rushing out the door, at least my brows are like dyed, so they just look so much fuller and they just look so much better, and it makes me feel more confident because I feel really bald when I don't have my brows done. I don't know why. But if you're tight on a budget and you just really want to get them dyed and you're used to going to get them dyed, do it this way. It's so much easier. And again, on a budget, $11. Like this is $11. Get this for $11 in the men's section in CVS, Walgreens, Publix, wherever you live, whatever drugstore you have, and you can dye your eyebrows from home on a budget. So yeah, that's the quick and easy way on how I dye my eyebrows. If you guys have any other things in mind you guys want me to show you here on my channel, beauty related, let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.